Now let us read the poem. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. Now let us appreciate the poem. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? Now what is the boy now meaning? What is the condition of the boy after losing his ball? Now that the boy has lost his ball, what is the condition of the boy? What is he to do? Now what is that he will do that he has lost his ball? Shall he try to find it? Is it that he will get his ball back? What is the boy now who has lost his ball? Meaning, what is the condition of the boy after losing his ball? What words are repeated? Meaning, the figure of speech is a repetition. What what is the boy now? What is he to do? The figure of speech is repetition. Repetition. So what is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street. Now what the poet says, I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. Now what the poet says is that I saw it go. I meaning the poet. The poet has seen the ball. I saw it meaning the ball. The poet has seen the ball going, bouncing merrily down the street. From the road, it has moved inside the water, merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. Merrily meaning happily. Happily. Merrily. Happily it has moved. Merrily. Merrily meaning happily. So the ball has gone merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily there it is in the water. Where has the ball gone? It has bounced from the street and then it has gone inside the water. Merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over, there it is in the water. So the ball is lost inside the water, in the deep water, and therefore it is difficult for the boy, for the young boy, to get it back. Merrily, merrily again is the repetition of words, meaning the figure of speech is repetition. Merrily bouncing down the street and then over, there it is in the water. Now merrily, how the ball went? Merrily meaning happily the ball has gone. Now is it really that the ball is happy? Can this quality be given to a thing? No, but this is the quality. Being happy is the quality of a human being which is given to the ball. So we can say that the poet has personified the ball. The ball is being given the quality of being happy of human beings. So merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over, there it is in the water. So the ball has gone inside the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. Now, no use to say, why the poet says that it is of no use telling the boy that, oh, there are other balls. Other balls meaning, no problem that you have lost this ball. We can buy another ball for you from the market, from the shop. But it was no use trying to console the boy. Why it was of no use? Trying to convince the boy, trying to console the boy is because the boy was very much attached to that ball which he has lost. The boy wanted only that ball which he has lost. So, oh, there are other balls. We can buy other things. These things also happens with us also. We want only that thing which we are attached to. So, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy. Ultimate meaning final. Shaking grief meaning the loss has made the boy very sad. Grief meaning sad. So let us write it. Shaking grief fixes the boy. The boy is very sad that he has lost his ball. An ultimate shaking grief meaning sadness has greatly affected the boy. Shaking grief, grief meaning sadness. Sadness has greatly sadness has greatly affected the boy. Sadness has greatly affected the boy. So the boy is very sad that he has lost his ball. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy. The boy is very sad that he has lost his ball, and there was no use trying to convince the boy that there are other balls. Don't worry that you have lost this one. No use, because the boy was too much attached to the ball that he has lost. As he stands fixed, as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. So, how is the behavior of the boy? As he stands rigid meaning fixed, trembling meaning shivering. The boy is shivering out of his loss. He is fearful because he has lost something in his life. Now the ball means the pain or the loss that the boy is suffering through. Ball is another. Ball is compared. Ball stands for ball. Ball stands for pain, loss that the boy is suffering through. So this figure of speech is metaphor. Ball is indirectly compared to the pain or the loss that the boy is suffering through. So the figure of speech is metaphor. As he stands rigid, fixed. Rigid meaning rigid, fixed. Trembling meaning shivering. Trembling, shivering. So the boy is shivering out of his loss. From this word, we understand that the boy trembling, rigid, staring. We also understand that this may be the first loss that the boy has to undergo. This may be his first experience that he is learning what it means to lose something. As he stands rigid, trembling, staring meaning to keep looking at a place for a long time, to look at one place for a long time. So, where is the boy looking? He is looking all his young days into the harbor. Where is Ball went? He is looking for a long time at the harbor because his ball went inside the water. Harbor is a place where boats, ships, they are docked. Okay, so harbor, a place where ships, boats are docked. So the boy in his sadness, he looks at the harbor all his young days. So for a very long time, for a very long period of time, the boy keeps on looking at the harbor where he has lost his ball. From this line, we understand how much is the attachment of the boy was to the ball which he has lost. And he is unable, it is difficult for the boy to recover from his loss. I would not intrude on him. I would not intrude. Intrude meaning to enter a place where one is usually not welcome. Intrude. Intrude meaning to enter a place where one is usually not welcomed, not welcome, usually not welcomed. So the what the poet says is that I would not intrude on him. I would not intrude meaning not try to convince the boy that we can buy another ball for you. A dime, another ball is worthless. Worthless meaning valueless. A dime is 1/10 of a dollar. $1 is approximately 80 rupees. Meaning 1/10 meaning 8 rupees. Okay, one ball can be brought with 8 rupees, but it was of no use telling the boy that we will try to buy another ball for you. So don't worry that we can buy another ball for you. I will not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless. Worthless because the boy the boy does not want any other boy. He does not
Oh,
want new ball because he wants only that particular ball which he has lost. So much is the attachment of the boy to the ball which he has lost. Now he senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. Now meaning this is for the first time that the boy is trying to shoulder the responsibility responsibility of understanding what it is mean to lose something in life. He senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. Possessions meaning things which people own. Everybody has something or the other. Everybody wish to possess something or the other. But one day or the other, what the poet wants to tell us that one day or the other, we have to lose one's dear and near ones, our possessions. We we tend to lose one thing or the other, and we must try to shoulder the loss, or we must try to bear the loss. He senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. Possessions meaning things. Possessions meaning things which people own. Let us write possessions. Possessions. Possessions are things which people, things which people own. So this is for the first time that the boy is learning. What is the boy learning? He is learning that one day or the other we will have to bear the loss. It is definite that we are going to lose someone or some things in our life, and we must try to overcome the loss, because our lamentation will not solve the problem. We must try to find out a solution. He senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. People will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy. Balls meaning your belongingness, your possessions. Balls stand for your possession or things which you own, and you will have to lose one thing or the other. This is what the poet says. Balls will be lost always, little boy. Always meaning you will have to lose something or the other in your life, and you must try to overcome, or you must try to bear the loss. Now another figure of speech is that balls, a repetition of words, meaning the figure of speech is repetition. See the spelling. If your spelling is wrong, your mark will repetition. Repetition is the figure of speech, because a repetition of words. Balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy. The young boy is trying to now understand that one has to lose something or the other in one's life. And no one buys a ball back. And no one buys a ball back, meaning suppose if you have lost someone, a near and dear one to you, you cannot make him, you cannot revive him back to life, or you cannot. It does happen that sometime you lose something which you cannot get back, and no one buys a ball back. Money is external. Money is external, meaning you cannot buy everything with money. Peace cannot be replaced with money. You does get something with money, but not everything. And no one buys a ball bag. Money is external. Money is external because you cannot buy peace with money. Peace cannot be replaced with money. So money is external. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes. He's learning. Now the boy is trying to learn what it is mean to lose. He's learning well behind his desperate eyes. Desperate, hopelessly sad. The boy is very much sad, and his sadness could be seen in his eyes. He's learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of loss, how to stand up epistemology of loss, meaning understanding the nature of loss. Desperate, desperate meaning hopelessly sad. Desperate, desperate meaning hopelessly sad. Hopelessly sad. The boy is very much sad losing his ball. Now the young boy, he's learning well. Though he is very sad, though he is desperate, he is trying to learn. He is trying to stand up his loss. The epistemology of loss, epistemology meaning the nature of loss, what it means to lose something. Epistemology is a Greek word. It's a Greek word. Epistemology is the study of the nature of knowledge itself. Epistemology meaning understanding the nature of loss. Epistemology, epistemology, understanding the nature of loss. Understanding the nature of loss. So the boy is trying to understand what it means to lose something. So epistemology, understanding the nature of loss. The epistemology of loss, how to stand up, once again after losing, how to recover from the loss. Knowing what every man must one day know. Knowing what every man must one day know. So every man must lose something or the other in one's life, someone or the other in one's life. What it means to lose something, everyone must go through this experience of losing something or someone in life. Knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. And many of us know how to stand up, how to bear the loss, how to overcome the pain of losing something in life. Written by John Berryman. I hope you have understood it. So what is the message the poet wants to give us in the poem is that we lose something or the other in our life, but one must know how to overcome the loss, how to bear the loss, how to stand up in one's difficult times. I hope you have understood the poem. If you have understood it, please like, share and subscribe.